Outside Broadway Butchers in Knoll West, an inner-city area of Bristol, young joyriders in baseball caps perform wheel spins, donuts and handbrake turns in front of CCTV cameras. Sometimes it's like the Wild West. Graffiti and chewing gum are the least of our problems, said a customer, Peter Smith, 54.
This is a new Wild West, the best that our lives have to give. A new frontier where we're born, fists out. Hard hitting this ghetto of the Garden City, where we're taking back the power. This grey flower in the granite and the grit. They say this place is a shithole of lost souls built by the council in the dirty 30s, but we're thirsty for change and not just in our pockets. We are outlaws and lovers, the ones that aren't stopping. We are the ones you left. This is the new Wild West.
Michaela Chung is a musician and community worker, born, bred and based in Knoll West.
I'm Kayla Chung, I'm a local Knoll Wester. My family all grew up around here. I was known as the Chinese man's daughter, but I was always really proud of that uniqueness, but always really proud of both, like equally proud of my Knoll Wester side and my, Chinese heritage. And I do feel like a big part of who I am is very Knoll West. When I come back to these streets, I remember the first time I kind of came back to these streets after a couple of years of being away, and I just felt safe and at home. And the thing is as well is you can always hear either one or all of these things, I find. The birds singing, music, which I love, any kind of music actually, but in general I feel like my taste in music kind of matches my neighbours in some way or another, or just people like in their garden with their family or friends having a good time, laughing, joking, and it just makes me smile. Like, those are my three most common sounds that I hear in the area, and all of them bring me joy.
Bristol beat in a kingdom of rust, filled with the old battle cries of tricky and crust. Cantonese rhythms found a home in the west. Its joy is resistance and trip-hop digestives. The best of both worlds sit side by side. Lights echo from the last cigarette of the night. Three cultures twisting to a sadness in their song. Empire to a state, they know this is where they belong. Empire to a state, they know this is where they belong.
Shawnee is not an easy novel to read. Author Ed Trewevas was both praised and criticised for its honesty and graphic content upon its 2006 release. Knoll West, Bristol. It's Shawnee Brewer's 13th birthday, and her Marlisa's on the White Lightning, her psychopath of a dad behind bars. It's left to Jason, her roughneck brother, to tell her, "I loves you, Shawnee."
My name's Ed Trewevas. I wrote the book Shawnee. I'm not actually a Knoll Wester myself, although I lived 20 years in Knoll, just down the road, and I wrote 15 years in Knoll West. It was crucially important to me that there was a sense of authenticity in Shawnee. I almost thought in my naivety at the time that it was kind of something of a social commentary and, perhaps something a little bit patronising, like sort of giving people a voice and stuff like that. And I come to realise that it's about something much more personal than that. There's a great deal of strength and humour there's also an awful lot of suffering. There's an awful lot of people who are unable to cope with the circumstances that they're in. Also, you get completely inspiring things. You get people who develop a strength, and with that, an understanding as well that other people simply cannot have because they haven't been through that same shit.
Youth racing, smashing windows, losing dreams, unravelling his own history. Unravelling his own history. Breaking cycles, abuse and denial. Friends are forged in the ruins of rivals. Broken chains and forgotten children, sealing fates with a boxer's kiss. And he knows our heroes, our Winters and Mickey Moon, Frankie Rose, Cosmo Brown too. It ain't bright, but we keep on fighting. We will survive every day and dark night here. We fight to keep hold of our history. These are our schemes, these are our dreams. These are our schemes, these are our dreams.
These kids will nick anything from anyone, including their own families, said Mr. Smith. The Guardian in 2007 reported, fed up with the media's view of their community as a hub for drug use, crime and antisocial behaviour, the residents of one of Britain's most notorious housing estates decided to fight back. Schemer Winters is a pillar of the Norwest community. For 10 years, he has run a boxing club for local youth and at-risk individuals, where he offers free classes for children who are being bullied and women who have suffered domestic abuse.
I'm Schemer. I run a Schemer's boxing club in Norwest, Bristol.
I was born in Morpethrow.
I learned to box when age I was 9. Everybody says, why couldn't you learn to box? I said, get used to beatings. The beatings I got when I was in the children's room was unreal. So then when I was like 16, I was swore that nobody putting their hands on me. And without me hitting them back. And when I had my kids, I thought, nah, I ain't gonna bring my kids up like I was brought up. So I broke the chain. When they come in there, they come in there sometimes go, all right, sir. Listen, I ain't a teacher, don't call me fucking sir. I'm here to teach you how to box. Put a bit of discipline into you, you know what I mean? A bit of confidence into you and everything. Help you out. I'm your mate. I ain't a teacher, I'm not sir, I'm your mate. And that's the way it is. You've got to be like that. You can't go talking to them like they're a piece of fucking shit. I always believe in life. If you shit on somebody, he'll come back and haunt you. They know I don't shit on them. I think they're broke from right now. Poor fuckers. They ain't broke from right now at all.
The Times in 1997 stated, just under a third of the residents are classed as economically inactive. Norwest has relatively high indices of crime and drug use, but community efforts to combat this have had some success.
Area, I think it's important to understand things deeper.
Poundland preachers, cash and carry me home to the moan of mothers on the sofa, thrown out scraps of heart and mind to the bottom of the bin, we're left behind.
And I do feel like a big part of who I am is very Norwest.
Writers, boxers, balladeers, we sing our truths and sing them clear. We are Eastern queens and fighting, chain breaking, extraordinary people in ordinary places. We are the many with work-worn faces, but we are still standing, hand in hand we stand true. Hell is round the corner. but heaven is here too. We are the front line for joy in these streets. We are the people who deserve to be believed. We, the many, have spoken. We have stirred. This is the new Wild West. Our stories will be heard. We, the many, have spoken. We have stirred. This is the new Wild West. Our stories will be heard.